Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Rove, the New Guinea Challenge, leg 3 from Juana airstrip to another airstrip. Looking at this picture here is looking a bit hairy, but let's go find out. Yapsiei Airport, let's go. Alright programs, it's science time. First we're going to refuel, because obviously that's not happening automatically. And second, just because I can, and because it's right at the beginning, I'm going to see if we clip through trees or not, because this tree really shouldn't be here. It was stopping me from landing yesterday, so let's fly through the tree. Ah, there we go. That's good science. All right, excellent. Now that does not count as a crash. I had to do the science. So yesterday I was right to not hit the tree. And also, what are these trees doing? These tall trees at the end of a runway. Come on. That's not gonna be there in real life, for sure. Screw your tree. All right, let's go. 228 of 1 minute and 9 seconds. I'm glad I did that science, because ages ago I'm sure we were clipping through trees. They didn't count as objects. And then yeah, one of the landings of the Rove, I think, it gave me a I mean I barely went near a tree. It was just, I felt like I was nowhere near it, but yeah, it ended up, so I wasn't sure if there was some kind of, I don't know, like there might have been a building there as well that, but no, there we go. It was the tree. The trees are solid objects. We do not clip through them, which is rubbish if you're going to have the algorithm putting giant trees at the end of tiny runways. We're off to Yeoman, your Emian. After lifting off from Juana airstrip, set a course to the southwest and eye the village of Emian. It's Enian there, Emian in the top, which lies on the south side of a small river that connects with the Oxbow Lake that surrounds the Juana airstrip. Oh, well, yeah, it's right here. It's right in front of us. That's it there. That's it there. It's either, what's it? It's an N in on Google, so yeah. The title is misspelled. Good work, bush trip designer. There we go. We have arrived at Enian. Now we want a 306 degrees for 219. On our way to O-U-M. Turn to the northwest at Enian and head towards the apex of the prominent bend in the Sepik River just ahead. Pass over the bend and sight the village of which lies just to the northwest of the bend. Why? I could understand if we were taking off the other way, that we would go via Enian, but we've literally turned around on the airport, gone to there, and now we're heading back north. I think the bush trip designer assumed that we would be taking off southwest, but we took off northeast. Why? How does that happen? Why is it so? Anyway, is up here. Oh, and there's number 2 as well on the other side of the river. What? So much River has a lot of billabongs. This is sort of one, but not really. I think this is the main part of the river, and the algorithm's actually blocked it off because it's gone a bit dark on the map, on the aerial photography. And it's thought, no, there's no more river there. But that brown patch over there is river. Get it together, algorithm. Right, and in amongst all of these trees, apparently. It's off, just off this other bend below the right wing right now. I don't see nothing. I see no houses. I see nothing. We're pretty much above it now. Not far away from it. Do. Trees be real, man. Science achieves. Science, Mr. White. There we go. We should be above it. There we are. 242 for 618. Get to 242. Over the river and far away. Well, this is we're doing a zigzag today, that's for sure. Be right if there was actually something to look at, but there's nothing. I'm sorry, if I have... Oh, there's houses below us now. There's nothing on the map. Oh, Tron's not too far away, but it's on the other side of the river. Yeah, alright. Where are we going? Lake Whangarai. No, Warrangai. Warrangai. Instead of heading to the southwest at and eye Lake Warrangai in the distance. And fly over its northern shore. Okay, will do. Roger that. If the plane will let me fly straight, which is not currently the case. What's going on here? Almost sand. What's going on? Sand on a river? That's outrageous. I'm thinking, maybe not. Well, there's and number 2 on the Google map. Maybe OUM is an acronym for something and everyone's just assuming it's a town. Maybe it's, I don't know, official underwater marina. And there's 2 of them. I mean, obviously that's not it, but, you know. One can dream. One can dream. Perhaps it's the Illuminati. The alien, a robot zombie, a ninja pirate, a werewolf vampire, Illuminati lizard people. The third. 6 minutes. We've done 2. That's about a third. Quick maths. No, we've also got AUM. It's not quite spelled. Well, AUOM as opposed to OUM. Surely they're related. Surely. Anyway, that's a bit further. That's a bit further. Oh, actually, you know, it's just at this lake that we're headed to, I think. Again, on the Google Maps, they're just brown lakes. They're not blue lakes at all. This very much looking like floodplains, really. Given that the river has just about every bend has other bends, billabong bends. And then you've got this little river here, not mentioned on the map what the name is. That's still the Sepik over there with the redness. And then it starts another little river here. Well, I guess it joins there. Very windy little river. It's got redness too. Redness and oranges. Wow. What has happened to this area? Is that the color of the soil? Was that the color of the water at dusk or something when the photo was taken? Is that what's going on? Is it industrial runoff from some hidden, invisible Illuminati manufacturing plant that makes the alien robots, you know? Who knows? Perhaps no one will ever know. Does this plane trim itself? I had it at 37 and then it's gone back to 36 again. And I did not do that. Congratulations, you trimmed yourself. Very pretty. Look at that. Mountains, the lake. To the south of the lake is Aum. Or perhaps. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Another little town sitting on the lake. I don't know why the lake's got colourful things at the north of it there, but it does. I did say that I was flying over its northern shore. Again, we're quite a bit to the left of where it describes. It's and some of the other bush trips were like that too. Patagonia was certainly like that. We were always exactly the same amount to the left of where things were being described. And I just wonder whether they make the bush trip and then there's like an update to the world and everything's been shifted by 3 kilometers or something. And so the bush trip is no longer the correct directions and things. Who knows? Anyway, we've only done 5.5 minutes. We've still got 40 seconds to go, although we're probably a bit fast, so... it seems to be always the middle of the lakes that is the waypoint, which, as mentioned yesterday, is completely useless as a waypoint if we were doing this visually and not following the purple arrow. There we go, 253 for 9:43. Sit back, have a snooze if you want, grab a drink. This one's a long segment. May River. Turn slightly to the north, maintaining a west-southwest heading and parallel the May River, flying to its south. Pass over the small village of Samo and then pass over the May River itself. There's a town in front of us called May River. It does seem to be on a river, but nowhere near 10 minutes away. And also, I do not see Samo. Right, that time I put it to 36. Me, personally, me. I must have done it before. I just forgot I did it. What? It's 36. It does seem to be about right in terms of trimming at the moment. The untapped wilderness. Let's see where the camera is. Nah, let's do something else, like, I don't know, get some mountains involved. That'll do. For the thumbnail. Leave it for a bit. Make sure we're controlling the plane and not the camera. There we go. Flying, man. It's awesome. Wow, 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 wow. So, right in front of us, I can't really see it on the game, pretty much, well, where that white dot is, probably is May River, the town. You would assume that would be on the May River. It is on a river, although more like a creek. It's quite small. But then also, we are heading to another bigger river, which must be the May River, surely. See, here's the river. This town on the bend here is May River. So surely May River's on the May River, and yet we've been told to go 10 minutes. We've done 2.5. So this isn't the May River? Are we crossing it again in another 8 minutes? Can't quite see on my map. It's a bit further out. But I mean, would you really have a town on a different river, but it's not too far away from the May River, and call it May River? That would just be confusing for everyone involved. Surely. Surely. Yeah, I don't... Well, look. If you assume that there's a river that's going from sort of... On my map at the moment, it's going from the north, south a bit, then west, and then it curves down south again. I suppose you could argue it's bending all the way back around to where we are now. but I don't think so. And that's almost certainly the river we're heading to. I feel like they've just got the wrong river. It's not the May River we're heading to. We just crossed the May River. Anyway, we've done 420. 420. 420 blackbirds baked in a pie. Yep, there is no towns since the May River, and I think till we get to the next river, there isn't a single town mentioned. This is uncharted territory. There's probably whole civilizations down there that we just don't know about. Or strange creatures we've never discovered. Or, you know, the alien zombies, robot pirate ninjas, vampire werewolf liver people, Illuminati. They're obviously here. They're everywhere. They're invisible. They may not even... People say they don't even exist. Well, you and I know they exist. That patch of dark green just below our wingnut? Come on, you're telling me that's not signs of the secret, hidden, invisible alien zombie robot ninja pirate? Vampire werewolves? Illuminati lizard people? It's no secret. Alright, we've done 6 minutes of ranting. Another 3.5 minutes to go. And that will definitely be the river we're heading to, which is barely anywhere near the town of May River. And it doesn't tell me the river name at this level of Google Maps, and I can't be bothered scrolling in. Because it wrecks things, and then I'd have to refresh things, and I ain't about that life. I wonder if we need a bit of height. Let's do a little bit of climbing, just gradual. Actually, the way to do that would have been... No, we're fine. We're fine. We've just put the power up and not worried about the trimming. But alas, it is not what I have done. Yep, 2.5 minutes to go. We're not far... Well, we're about 2.5 minutes at what it looks like. Just past these mountains, I think. There is a river. There's a river that takes us to the middle of the nowhere wilderness. That's enough of that. That's enough of that, says the entire world. So what's the next turn? Oh, the next turn is basically the same, through 252 instead of 253, so you may not even notice it turn. Wait till I'm over the river. If it hasn't turned by then, I will turn it manually. And hope for the best. And then after, well, that's a long way forward as well. So do I need to be high? I might go to -30. Trim, full power, and let's just get a bit of height, shall we? It's not like we're staying low to see all the amazing villages and houses and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with seeing things from a little bit higher up. Sometimes it's just the best. Can't really see the river. I think that bit of brown patch just on the wing now is part of it, maybe? Oh yeah, you look at that over to the right there. Yeah, I can see the sort of path of the river there. So that's what it's saying is the May River. And I'm not sure it is. Nowhere near the town of May River. I have been outrageously lied to. Aha, there's river. Very obviously now. Do. Oh, I don't think we're basically high enough. Let's power back to 80%. And slowly get back to what, 36%? Alright, there we go, 252. A 1 degrees difference this way. Reset our clock. We thought 9 minutes 43 was outrageous. 252 over 9 minutes 51. Shuranga. Maintain heading and sight the Abai River in the distance, which runs roughly north to south. Pass over the Abai River near the confluence of a number of east-west trending tributary rivers. Continue on a course to the mountain village of Sugananga. Oh, it's Sugananga now. It was Surananga at the top on the title. Can we really have 2 typos in one bush trip? Or one leg even. This region is classified as the Central Range Montane Rainforest and is characterized by very dense vegetation. Wow, maybe they just haven't had opportunities in life like other people. Calling them dense is a bit rough, don't you think? Lovely. And yeah, like literally hasn't been a town on our path since May River Town, and still isn't. Just absolutely nothing here. I love it. It'd be great to fly this kind of place in real life where you sort of know you're probably one of the few people to have actually even looked at this area of the world. I bet you can bet your butt no one's walked through it. Well, no one that we know of. It's another bit of a different river over there. Okay, and river's over on the right as well. Brilliant. Brilliant. We're definitely heading into some mountains, aren't we? Big ones off in the distance there. Boom. There's some dotted lines on the map. I looked up Yapsiei on Google Maps just to make sure, well, just to see if it was still in Papua New Guinea or whether we'd crossed the border into it. And it was definitely on the Papua New Guinea side, but not far from the border to Indonesia. But, you know, we're running into a... Well, actually, I don't know what this dotted line is. It's actually a square. There's a dotted line to this below us and a dotted line in front of us that join up sort of over on the left there somewhere. Must be some province dotted line or some different aircraft rules or something. Who knows? Dotted lines, man. What do they mean? Yet another river. So many rivers. Well, I almost need to be higher, do I? Wait, I was at 3,000. How did I end up back at 2? I'm going back to 3,000. There's some, you know, clearings there. And people have gotten off the river, cleared some stuff out. Why? What were they doing? Interesting. Alright, that'll do for height. I think we're pretty much higher than what's in front of us, possibly. Try and level it off a little bit. Calmerly? More calmly? No, she wants to drop. She wants to drop. She's had enough. Come on, plane. Pick up some speed and get back to level flight. I'll trim you back to 35-ish. Ah, so it's Suganunga, not Suranunga, according to the title. Google says Suganunga. It has just shown up. It's past these mountains. And probably in about 4 minutes at least. We've only done 5.5. Quel shame. What a shame. Da-da-dee. Da-da-dum. Still descending. The trimming does nothing. What? We were level flight at 27%, 36% or 37, and now at 28% we're descending. What's changed? The wind, I guess. The wind has changed. Slightly less fuel. All right, well, let's go 25%. And yeah, again, we're very much to the left of Suganunga. So that does make me think we will be very much to the left of the airport. And given these airports are so tiny and hidden, that's not good. Makes it hard to find them. I'm just going back to full power. This is ridiculous. We're fighting some kind of headwind, I think. It's a war. I mean, from what I can see on Google, Suganunga, it does say mountain village of Suganunga. Be right up in the mountains to our right. We're not heading to that at all. The Central Range Montane Rainforest. Very thick vegetation. Extremely, oh no, dense it says. Dense, thick, what's the difference? Huh? What's the difference? Well, I assume the purple arrow will at least take us to where we need to go, even if we're not going there exactly according to Google. That might be an incorrect assumption there. Done 847 of 943, so yeah, we're not there yet. Oh yeah, there's the border to Indonesia. It's just shown up on the left of my screen now, so that's, you know, a long way away, actually. Basically those mountains over there, it seems. Oh, there we go. So we've done it. We've arrived at Sugananga, apparently. 2:38 for 5:38. Yapsiei Airport. Turning to a southwest heading after passing over Sugananga, which we didn't do, and gain a visual on the Yapsiei River in the distance. I see nothing. The Yapsiei River airstrip lies on the north side of the river, just to the west of the confluence of a number of tributaries to the Yapsiei. I see. Right, so we need to find river, find tributaries of rivers, and tiny grass airstrip next to river, according to the picture. Alright, we can definitely start losing some height then. Because we need to get down to whatever height this river is. It looks like it's quite low. Not terribly low, if you know what I mean. Okay, so there's Yapsiei on my map, I think. It's just showing up behind my VFR map, which I should just close because it's not usable on a bush trip. And it's blocking half of my screen. Like an idiot. Yeah, we're going to be going to the left of it, so I'm thinking, and then there's a big river, big, thick, wide river, and Yapsiei is actually on one of the tributaries, not quite on the main river. And it'll be down here somewhere. I'm going to head to where it is on the map, as opposed to where we keep getting taken, which is 5 or 6 kilometers to the left of everything. See if we can find this this runway. There's a couple of buildings and a sort of clearing. I mean, this is the river Yapsiei the town is on, so I'm gonna, well, actually, well, it joins with another river in a couple of kilometers, and then becomes the river, which I almost think is the tributary, really, to this much bigger river. They even seem to join, actually, to be perfectly fair. They're almost parallel rivers, so where could... We've done 3 minutes. Another 2 minutes to where the airport's supposed to be. It's going to follow the river. It has to be on the river. In the picture, it's on the river, so... somewhere here, hopefully. Alright, let's give it a bit of power now. We're getting a bit low. That's not it there. Can it be over the next hills, is it? Imagine, well, it is actually amongst some hills. Crazy mountain runway. We always get one with these bush trips. Right, so, yep, and this way a bit more. How do these rivers go over these hills here? It does not seem likely. That does not seem something water can do. So, okay, yeah, alright, so... Actually, can we almost... follow it over there? going to point the plane at Yapsiei. It's the bigger river in the brown one's the bigger river. We're still on a sort of little tributary. According to Google, Yapsiei is here in front of us. That must be it there. That must be the runway there, just above the right wing. Again with a tree at the end. There's no tree in the picture. I might... Well, we'll try. If we have to go around, we have to go around, I suppose. Alright, we need to slow right down. That is the runway. We found it. That's Yapsiei, the town, on Google. Absolutely nowhere near where we're being taken. Absolutely nowhere near it. Alright. I'm just going to get the flaps down and see if we can just make it without turning around. Looks like there isn't a tree. What I thought was a tree is not a tree. I think we're too high. We've got to do a loop. We've got to do a loop. I didn't see the runway quick enough. I ended up too high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Well, everybody knows. We know exactly where we're stopping. That's better-ish. Yeah, that's pretty good. Even, maybe not, even still a bit high. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I might just do a bit of an S. Try not to stall it. Okay. That was a bit much. That was a bit much, I'll admit. That was a little bit too much. We're fine though. We're fine. Okay, get a bit of... Watch out for those trees on the right now. There we go. Alright, it's an unorthodox landing, but, you know, nothing about us is orthodox. Oh, the little planes. Lots of little planes. Oh my god, come on, plane. Lose some speed, will ya? Get the brakes on. Just slam her down. Slam her down, the brakes will stop us. Beautiful. Well, we found it. Again, we're all the way to the left for some reason. I don't understand it. I don't understand. It makes no sense. That was leg, what, 3? I don't remember. One of the legs of the New Guinea Challenge bush trip. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.